Hey everyone. We're going to do a live peel application today. I'm going to have one of my clients. She worked with me last year for peels, and then this year she started her series again. This is her, is it going to be her first? It's going to be her first peel application of this season. And she agreed to come on and do it with us. You guys can see kind of what the process is. So I'm going to wait till she kind of pops on here. Her name's Lanny. You've seen some of her photos. The photos that I posted last week were some of her post photos or process photos that she was doing last year. All right, here she is. Let's pop her on. Is it gonna listen? Accept. Hey, Lanny.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
This is intimidating.
I know. I was like 24 hours ago, I messaged Lanny. I was like, you know how we have that peel at 10:30? Well,
And then now
I know
I'm
we're
looking
doing
at
live at
myself
noon. You want to
going,
do it?
why did I agree to this?
I knew it was like a 50-50. She's going to either tell me you're smoking a doob, that's never going to happen, or I'm game.
Yeah, whatever. I'm good.
Whatever. Okay, so what Lanny's going to do is, so do you want to tell them just a little bit about what you did last year? You did 3 peels last year, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think you did 2 milder, but they were ended up being stronger than anticipated.
Yeah.
And then 1 strong one.
And then, so I think we end up doing 2 milds because I think I got a shipment that wasn't, like something happened. So I did 2 milds. I didn't get Jesner the first time.
Okay, so we ended up doing 4 peels
we
altogether.
did 4, but it was 2 really mild, kind of a medium, and then the 4th one we went pretty deep.
I sent you an extra peel because I failed to include something. So the first peel I didn't count as like, because it's so mild.
But the first 2 though, they were fun.
they were fun. Okay, so the first one was super mild. The second one ended up being more than Lanny anticipated.
Yes.
Partly because, you're the only client of mine that has done this so far via Zoom. And I will have to say, so basically she got the peel too close to her eyes, and her eyes actually peeled. It was not the most comfortable thing, but I will say that your eyes looked amazing after.
Well, I mean,
your crow's feet went away almost.
Oh no, I don't think they went away.
These ones really faded on the side here after that peel.
Yeah.
I've got the photos. Okay.
So
but
you see something I don't. But
what?
I said you see something I don't, because I feel like they're all back, I guess.
They do. They do that.
Out of the sun this year. So
what I'll do after we're done with our call, I'm going to email you the very first photos you sent me.
Okay.
Just because this happens, so you do forget. Like if I go back and look at my photos, I'm like, there's no way. And then I go back and look and I'm like, it's a little bit more than you expect.
Yeah.
But I do remember the peel got a little close to your eye. It ended up peeling your eyes. They were red.
No, they were brown.
Well, because first they're red.
Right.
And then they scab, right?
Yeah.
So then it turns brown. That was
so funny story. My husband and I went shopping for a fireplace.
Yes.
And I was like, whatever. I gotta go. And the whole time he was like, I cannot believe you're going out in public looking like that. So
you're like, babe, we gotta get a fireplace.
In this fireplace display room, and I could tell the salesperson's like, what the heck are these people? And we're paying, and I'm writing the check or something. And my husband goes, I just need this on the record that I did not do that to her.
I didn't do that to her. I did not harm her in any way. I know. I remember when you sent me that email, I laughed so hard.
Yeah.
So that was her second peel. And then she did 2 more. Then we did 2 more. And that never happened again.
Like a little bit, kind of right here, but not anywhere. Like,
no.
It was bad. So,
it was a lot. I was like, okay. Because I haven't even peeled my eyes that close before.
Well,
but now after seeing
what it's understood, because I thought you said, I watched you do a peel on yourself one time, and you're like, I take it all the way up, so I do.
I think what happened is like when instead of like going right here, you took the pad and did the eye. What I'm saying is that after I saw what it did to your eye, I now want to do that to my eyes.
I didn't take it down. I have very hooded eyelids, and I didn't take it down on this part. I only did this, but it was the under eyes that got me so bad last time.
Okay, so this wasn't that bad up here. It was mainly this under here.
It was the under
Okay.
eyes, like severe under eyes, like whew. But
And that's the other thing. Did you sleep in the peel that day?
golly,
Did you put it on in
possibly, I mean, because I think I did it at like, so we're 3 hours apart because I'm Eastern time, and I want to say it was like 11 a.m. maybe.
No, you wouldn't have slept in it then.
I don't think
So the thing is that water reactivates a peel. So I've had times where like I've done it and I've slept on it, and then like I've slept kind of with my hands touching my face, and this part where my hand kind of touched, I end up getting a deeper peel.
Right.
I've had it where I've put the peel on and then my eyes were weepy, whether they were just weepy or like I cried or something. And then these corners here will be get more activated. And like I've had the little brown scabbies like you're talking about right here.
Right.
So if you tend to have, it makes sense with you having those hooded lids, you kept blinking, and any type of water that was on your eyelids, it pulled the peel from here to here.
Right. Right. So yeah.
You ready? So you ready? You want to do it again?
Sure. You told me to wash my face once with Purity
Wash
Clean.
it once.
Do it
and
again.
then go ahead and, because you don't own Clarify, do you?
Is that the
foaming one?
No.
I didn't think so. So you keep the Purity Clean again that comes in the kit.
Yeah, I don't think. I only have Purity Solution, which is the oil.
Yeah.
No.
And you'll use that in your, so just so you guys know, Lanny, because she uses a lot of the cosmetic skincare. So usually I ship everything that goes with the peel kit, but she didn't need any of those products. And so I discounted the peel for her. So you're going to see her actually using bottles. That's why. It's because she actually owns the skincare. She didn't need me to send her these parts of the peel in her kit.
Two or three pumps.
I do 3.
I do 2. I typically do 3 too.
Because they're a really shallow pump.
And then teeny tiny amounts of water, right?
Teeny tiny.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you can add more once you get going, but oh yeah, that looks perfect. So what Lanny's going to do is she's going to wash her face 2 times. She's going to spend at least a minute, if not 2 minutes, cleansing. She's already washed her face once, so this is our second cleanse. You always do 2 cleanses when doing a peel. The biggest thing is we want to remove all the oil. Get into your hairline, Lanny, like get up in here. Oh, you're just adding more water, sorry. Yeah. Really get the sideburn area. And I go down the wattle and the neck. Because we're going to apply the peel to her face, but any amount of extra peel that we have, we're going to pull everything down their neck. Yeah.
So I have one thing, and I don't mean this in an ugly way, but you can understand it. You pronounce my name Laney, L-A-N-I.
Thank you so much for correcting it. I think we've gone over this before, Laney.
Okay. All right. Just so I tell people, lay on my knee. Lay on my knee.
Oh, now I've got it. Thank you.
I mean, it's no big deal.
No, it's important. People say my name wrong all the time.
It's very,
and,
very
I'm not one to not let them know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Laney, thank you so much.
Keep going, or I don't know what time we're at.
You can rinse now. You're good. The reason why it's so important to get the skin really cleansed and stripped is if a chemical peel is not going to work well, it's because it can't get into the tissues because there's too much oil on the skin. So we need to strip as much oil as we possibly can and lower the pH of the skin so the acids are more easily absorbed into the tissue so they can do their thing. Hey, Glacia. Lanny's just rinsing her face right now. She's getting ready to start the peel. This is her second cleanse. All right, and you got your flour sack towels. Fantastic.
My really ugly flour sack towels.
They do. They stain horribly. And I'm like, I'm not going to bleach I'm not a bleach girl, so.
Not either. But it's like, these were white, and all I use these for is my face and the
It
curls.
makes you realize how much of the makeup, how strong the pigments are. Because that's the thing I see them. It's foundation colors, like tinted moisturizers, and it's mascara and some eyeshadows. Like, it makes you realize how pigmented our makeup is.
Yeah.
It's not skincare. It's not grease from hands. It's not dirt. It's makeup stains.
Mm-hmm.
And mine are a lot from like wiping my hands after I use my tinted moisturizer. Even though it's all natural, right? Like, it's this stuff and it will still stain it.
Yeah.
The Suntegrity.
Well, I have found that I like the Ilia better than the Suntegrity. I like
You know, I just threw mine away yesterday. I've had it for almost 2 years now, and I just can't stand foundation. And so I was like, why do I keep holding on to this? It's just collecting dust.
Well, so that's considered a foundation?
That's considered an act. It's technically it's a serum foundation.
Oh. Well, that's probably why I like it, because it gives me a fuller coverage.
Exactly. Like, if you want coverage, you have to do foundation.
I'll find myself. So I have a lot of blue in my skin, which is really weird, and so I struggled to, like, this is very orangey base.
And do you have light or golden light? Flip it over, and there should be a sticker on the back that says the color.
It's light.
And it's still too orange for you? Oh, yeah, that sucks. Okay.
I just am not crazy about what it does to my skin.
Well, and that's the thing, the Ilia, because these are so forgiving. There's like 5 shades. That's the thing I like about the Ilia, is they're very, like, the range is like insane how many shades they have.
And they also have ones that for it says for cool undertones or blue undertones.
Usually when there's larger ranges like that, they have red, orange, and yellow undertone. Lots of times foundations just go with the red or the orange.
Yeah.
All right, let's do the peel. Okay, so go ahead and put your gloves on.
My big old paws.
You have beautiful paws.
They're huge. I am not a small girl. Alrighty.
Alrighty, so you're going to go ahead and take one of your 2x2 pads.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to take your purity balance. Okay, Miranda. And when I have the spray, I do like 5 to 8 pumps into it. Normally I would have people pour onto the pad because it comes in a glass vial, but Lamy has the big retail size. So I hold it right up against the nozzle. Otherwise you're going to...
I'm sorry, I should have showed. I'm forgetting.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
I laid it in my palm and just sprayed it in like that. And then I just...
Yeah, do your thing. So what Lanny's going to do is she's going to go all over, and basically this is called the stripping step or the prepping step. She's going to scrub diddly dub all over. I do go like crazy circles in the glabellas, but a quick fast motion works better. Doing circles, the pad rolls up really bad.
I really want this spot going right there.
Get that spot. Do the sideburns. I go into the hair.
I tend to... where that spot came from. Like, I don't know if I did some garden work this summer and didn't get good sunscreen on, but it was like it went poof, all like it wasn't there. And then one day it was. I was like,
there.
Where did that come from?
Well, it does take 10 to 20 years for sun damage to show up. So it could have been many things. It could have been a pimple that you had when you were 14 years old. And like, it was an angry, inflamed pimple. And then over time, like, this is what the post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation looks like when it turns brown with age. It also could be that, like, your liver, did you do a liver detox or a cleanse or anything like that this summer?
Not on purpose.
Okay. So sometimes also if you do cleanses with the liver, that can cause those spots to come out more.
Probably should, but I didn't. I mean, it was like nothing.
And then, yeah, it's gardening in its summertime, which is the time the cut, like, even regardless of what you use on your skin, if you just are in the sun too long, like, even heat darkens it. It's not even being exposed. It's just the heat in general.
And it very well could have been, so like when I was in the garden, I wore my big sun hat, but we just bought a boat. And so
Oh,
several
totally.
times when we're going fast, I just wore a visor, not the big sun hat. When we're sitting still, I'd wear the sun hat. So that's probably what it was, just the sun.
Well, also the reflection off the water,
Yeah.
Lainey. And I would,
Yeah.
do you, like, when you're on the boat, do you have the white sunscreen on to where you can see it on your cheeks?
Probably not like I should have. Yeah, probably not.
Sunscreen's hard. Like, the sun's a death laser. Being white is not, like, the sun does not like us. We are not, this is not the part of the planet that we were created to be on.
No.
And there's only so much you can do with sunscreen, especially in water.
So this is pretty dry now.
I'll sit.
Hmm?
Okay, and you do have a fan?
No, but
all I'm gonna do is, can I see how much Jesner I sent you? Because I don't pre-make anything. I custom make. Okay, so I started doing this, but I didn't do it on yours. I sent you enough to where I want to do one layer today, and I want to do two layers next time.
Okay.
So I want you to use less than half today.
Right. So there's a line there.
I did start doing the line. Yes, I want you to, when you're ready, you're going to go ahead and
put that stuff on. Wait, so am I doing
when you're ready, let me know when you're ready and I'll walk you through. Go ahead.
Is it better or this first?
Okay,
No,
so first we're basically gonna layer two peels. So what we're doing is we're gonna layer two peels on top of each other.
Right.
So we're gonna do a layer of Jesner first, just one. It's gonna be a light layer, and I'm gonna walk you through it slowly because this is when we're only doing one layer. It's much more precise in how we put it on.
Right.
And then we'll put the gel over the top. The two peels that I sent you, I actually custom blended.
Okay.
So that's why they say peel 1 and peel 2, because peel 1 is the one that I want you to use today. Peel 2 is the one I want you to use in 2 weeks.
Right.
So we're not going to layer those two.
Am I doing 2 pads or 1 pad?
So just do one. We always just want to do 1 pad.
Okay.
And when I go to do the Jesner, I do the tippy method and move it around the pad. So I'm like postage stamping.
Okay.
And just keep doing it till you get down to that line.
Okay, and you want that little thing still in there?
No, that gets stuck in there. That goes in the lid. It's not a dropper thing. It's a cap sealer. And yes, someone's commenting how funny the sun's it is. The sun is a straight up death laser. I mean, think about it. We use lasers like in our tissues to try to make us look prettier and like to get rid of laser hair removal. And those hurt. The sun has like no controls, man. It's just full spectrum of horrid laserness. I'm tired of the damage it's causing in my skin. How you doing, Lainey?
I'm good. It's just a little slower than I thought it would be.
Don't go so tight on the pad to the bottle. Like leave a little bit of air room.
Right. That's what I realized.
And then at the end, I have you kind of squish it around with your thumb anyway to kind of make it more even. I don't have a pad on me right here.
Here to death, I'm gonna drop it. Is that good? That's good, right?
Yeah. Then take your thumb and go squish, squish, squish around the pad, to kind of make it even. Okay.
Right.
So
I'm doing that first because I'm gonna
put the lid on.
Okay.
Sorry, I jumped ahead of myself. Yep. So now what I have you do is this one, I know you've done this before, but because we're only putting 1 layer on, I want it very specifically. So this is how I want you to do it. First off, with the residue that's on your gloves, you can kind of just wipe it on this part of your cheeks. Yep. Secondly, when you start laying it down, I want you to go very lightly and hardly any pressure. Mm-hmm. And then as the liquid leaves the pad and touches the skin and it starts getting less, then you can start pushing harder to get the layers to be more even. Right. So what I'm going to have you do is do 2 swipes on your forehead, the first one, and then, yep. And then I'm going to have you suck your lips in, Lainey. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to have you walk up the cheek 2 or 3, however it takes to get there. And then, yeah. I'm going to have you swipe just gently over the eyebrow kind of area. And then I'm going to have you take your pad and start scrubbing and working it in.
Can I do my nose?
Totally. Nose. Swipe over the nose.
Already spicy.
Oh, yeah. And so this time I know the fan's Not really necessary because it's only one layer, but next time you're probably going to want the fan.
And well, I have this, and this works. It's my.
Well, you know it's not the same, girl. It's not the
I
same.
know, but I just don't have a little bitty fan that works here.
No, it's got to be a bigger one anyway. You don't want a little bitty one. It's kind of just a tease. Yeah. And then what I do, Lainey, to help get it better on the eye areas, I'll take it and I'll fold it like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll lift up. And then I'll get right here on the orbital bone. I'll get around on the crow's feet. And I'll just gently kind of go under the eye. If you don't get it.
I did not do it gentle that one time. So it wasn't gentle.
Nah. I'm telling you, I'm going to send you those photos and you're going to be like, oh, damn, she's right. You can see like it did better here. And then like the crepiness underneath the eyes changed a little bit. Now I'm remembering it more. It was more here red. It wasn't as much here red. Yeah, it was. But still, your outcome.
It was like right here. And I mean,
I want to do that to my eyes now so bad. Like your before and afters are, I'm a weenie.
Well, I like that you see it because I feel like I'm so crepey in that area. And the lighting in my bathroom is terrible.
I do not like being in my bathroom to record stuff at all. It's horrible. I should go ahead and really hit your glabellas. Like make your glabellas your bitch. Like get in there and scrub like hard. And then be done. And then I also like to kind of feather it into the hairline a little bit. And then you'll toss that pad on a level of 1 to 10. I want you to cool down to like a 2 or a 3. And then we'll put the gel one on. Thank you everyone for joining. That's decided to stay and watch.
It's not, I mean, I'm not even really at a 6.5-ish.
Okay. But the next peel, remember, it kicks it up again, and then it kicks it up a little bit hotter, but it comes down faster. So I just want to make sure you're down low before we put on another layer. And for some people, this process takes like 2 or 3 minutes. And then for some people, depending on where we're at in the layers, it can take 15, 20 minutes. Everyone's different. You do start to get numb. There is resorcinol in this Jessner layer that is a natural anesthetic. So some people start numbing right away and some people take longer. So it's not uncommon to get to the 2nd or 3rd layer and people be like, oh, it doesn't feel as much as I did that on that first layer. And it's because it started to numb out on you, which is always nice.
It's not going down very quick. So sorry.
Yeah, so it's staying up there. Don't apologize. Take your time.
It's not intense. I remember, I think it was peel 3.
That was the medium depth.
It was like a whole, but 4 we went deeper and it didn't feel like, I think I numbed out quicker on that one or something.
Well, and also that 3rd peel that we did was the first of this medium depth. And it was right after we did that series of 2, especially the one that went deeper around your eyes.
Right.
So when you do peels on top of peels, those second ones always, because the liquids are going in deeper than they did the first time because now there's skin that's moved out of the way. I always find the 2nd and 3rd peel are like way more, applying them feels more intense than the first one. But yeah, we definitely want to do a fan next time. I'll send you a link for one on Amazon.
Oh, I can find one. I just don't have a little.
Yeah, you don't want like a little one. Like you want like plug in the wall.
Right. I think we have a box fan that sits out on our porch in the summer. I can bring it in.
That'll work because that'll be great. We because if you end up doing another kit, we'll end up, doing 3, 4, 5 layers of Jessner. Only if you want to.
No, I mean I do.
But I was like, I'm pretty sure we did this last year.
We did. Yeah, we did. So I don't know if I haven't.
You're killing me. We get on here and I'm like, okay, so last year we peeled Lainey's eyes more than we anticipated. You're like, oh no, it was horrible. It was horrible. I did 2 peels after that because they're amazing.
But like what I'm saying is I wasn't expecting the reaction that
I didn't either.
That's what I meant. Not that the peel was horrible. The peel was great. But
No, but the process, like I didn't like when you sent me those photos, I was like, oh, okay. Like not what we anticipated. She's going to get amazing results. But like, no, retinol rashes around the eye are no fun.
You told me, you said, send me pictures at day 5. And so like on day 2, or no, it was like 3. I was like, I feel I don't think this is
I should send her photos now.
this is supposed to do this, and I wish I had sent you a picture of what it
You
looked like
did.
on day 3. I think it was.
Yeah, you did. That's when you sent me the story about your husband having to say, like, I swear to God, I didn't harm her.
Okay.
Because you wanted to check in with me, right? You're like, is this normal? And I was like, no, it's not.
Really not.
You're going to get an amazing peel, though.
You know, and of course, I'm always the one that the reaction is not how it's supposed to be.
It wasn't that it wasn't how it's supposed to be. It just went quite not like one time I gave myself a retinol rash like that. I had bumped up my retinoids and my grandfather was passing.
Oh.
And then I ended up being in the hospital like for his passing. So like I show up to the hospital and I already have a retinoid rash going on and my eyes looked like your eyes, but because of topical retinoids, not from doing a peel.
Okay.
And then I added a day and a half of crying to it.
Mm-hmm.
Girl. It was horrible.
Water activates it, right?
But I got really phenomenal. I was like, oh wow, this. I got great results. So that's retinoid rashes are not fun.
I mean, there's still some tingle, but it's not bad.
Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's grab the gel.
Okay.
And there's 2 ways you can put it on. I personally like to do it all at once, which I can walk you through, or there's the method where you can dip in and move it around like foundation and add it that way. There's also that method. So what do you think you want to do?
What did I do last time? Oh,
last time we scooped it all out and kept it just on the fingers and we tapped it around to place it down. And then we went in and massaged it around like oil cleanser.
I'll do that way.
Okay, so what I do is I'll, take your little jar, take your jar, and what I do is I scoop out or one finger and put it on your fingers and then put the lid and the jar to the side. Don't worry that you don't get everything. We're going to come back for it in a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
And then take your jar. Yep. And then this is the part where we just want to keep it on the fingers. So I like to go like this to warm it up and activate it. Some people like to go like this, but keep it off the palm and get it on the length of the fingers, not just the tips. That's why I like to do this. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. So now you just kind of you can tap or press, but I just want to place it down on the skin. Yep. And then once you kind of have it placed, now you're going to take it and massage it, heavily massage it like you would an oil cleanser. Get in there. Push the peel into the skin. And then once you want to start fine tuning, let me know and I'll talk you how I walk around the eye and stuff. Get down on the neck. Yeah. Dip back into the jar and lid and get anything that you may have missed.
Oh, hello, spicy peel. Hello.
It'll come down fast.
Ooh.
Get that upper lip. For the eye area, again, you can lift and stretch and just take one finger and go in there. Again, if you don't get it in your eye while you're applying it, it's not going to get in your eye. It's going to stay where you've put it. Get your bunny lines. Really go into those eyebrows.
What are my bunny lines? Show me that again. Where?
Well, not everyone has them. These would be where the bunny lines are. They call the glabellas, they call these the 11s. These are the bunny lines right here.
I don't think I have them.
Yeah, I don't really have them either. I have to really work them. Yeah. And then once you feel it, feather it into the hairline. Really get it into the sideburns. I take it all the way up. Make sure you wrap around the mandible. And once you get to the point where you can't rub it anymore, start heavily pressing it into the skin. This is when you can start using your palms.
I'm getting all this stuff.
Get it, girl.
There's money I'm leaving in the jar.
Get that liquid gold. Yeah. There we go.
So the funny thing will be is I'm a photographer and I have Santa sessions on Sunday. So this could be fun.
Why did you do this again?
Because I have no other option. Listen. So I also have I got another job. Okay.
What's today? Today's Thursday. Today's Friday.
Friday. It'll be at its best.
You might have some activity going on right here.
No, I did it again because I got a full-time job that I work 7:30 to 3:30 now. I don't want to go back to the job. I have a week off. I work at the school now, and I don't want to go back with my face looking terrible.
No,
and
totally.
my family, I have my.
You're cracking me up though.
So
last time we do a peel, didn't you have something where your son's graduation party or something?
Yes. Oh yes, I went to the elementary school looking all hot and spicy. Let me tell you, several of the moms were like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, and they're like, "Man, you've got courage." And I was like, "What do you mean?" It's called self-confidence.
I do it too, but like it's my profession, right? So I'm just like, it's a chemical peel. Get over it. But
I've never done that. I don't think I could. Did it hurt? And I'm like, well, I mean, it doesn't feel great, but it's not awful. So.
And I keep doing it, so obviously I like the results.
Yeah, it's the results. Well, I had a friend in February. I ran into her at lunch, and she's like, "So did you do some chemical peels back in the fall?" And I said, "Yeah, and I just did one like a month ago. No, this was like April, May." And she said,
and then you take the lesson.
She said, how do you like the results? And I looked at her, and that was at the point that my skin looked amazing. It was like April-ish, maybe.
It was glowing and all. Yeah.
And then my body did something, and I did this like acne breakout thing. I don't know. It was shortly after that, because you asked for 6-month pictures or something. It's been 6 months.
And then you were like, "Yeah, I don't know if I can provide those right now."
But it was like, I was like, "Well, I look terrible," because if you'd asked me 3 weeks ago, it would have been great. But she said, "Well, how do you like?" And I just went like this. She was like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "Look at my skin.
Yeah.
Looks amazing." I said, "So I really liked the peels." Yes.
Yeah,
they
I
were
like the peels. So when you had that acne breakout and your body did something, was that spot on your face there before that, or did it show up after that?
It was after that. It was during that. And they were all right here.
So your body did some type of detox purge, and part of that was the acne breakout, and then part of that is it pushed. Sometimes toxins being pushed out can also cause. That's why they call them age spots. They call them liver spots. They call them age spots. That's why the liver can do.
This spot you're talking.
Yeah, was that there before that or after?
September, August, not back in this. This was like maybe even. Where are we? We're November. This was like in August, September. I was like, do you see that one right there?
Okay, so it happened a couple months after the acne breakout. They're not related.
Right. I don't think they had anything to do with it, because the acne breakout stuff was here.
Yeah, but different things can show. I was just thinking, if you got the breakout and that spot showed up at the same time, then like for sure it's like a liver spot.
Right.
But because you got the breakout and then like months later the shot, I think it's probably just more like some old damage that finally popped up in the skin.
Yeah, because like when I saw it, I was like, well, is that what I had when I had that big old bad breakout? But those were up more like on the high part of my cheek rather than down.
No, and a spot like that wouldn't, like if this spot turned brown because it was an old blemish, it would have been from like at least 5 years ago or older. It wouldn't have transitioned that quickly from healing as a blemish to then going away completely and then coming back as a spot.
I gotcha.
Like, you know how they say it takes like 10 to 20 years for the sun damage to show up in the skin? That's like, that's all melanation damage. So even like old blemishes that you could have gotten as a teenager that were more bigger, or that you messed with more or made more angry, those 30 years later can come up as like a brown spot on your face. And it was from that blemish you flocked with when you were 16.
Okay.
That your mom told you to leave the hell alone. And you're like, "No, I'm tweezing these brows, Mom. They'll be fine. They'll all grow back."
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Do you have any questions? You can take those off.
No, just remind me. I have no water till only oil cleanse with and then heavier.
Yeah. So go ahead and leave it on for at least 6 hours. Remove it
until I go to bed.
Yeah, fantastic.
Okay.
Remove with the oil cleanser and the flour sack towels, like you know how to do.
Right.
I do know, like what you're probably gonna have is like some activity down in here, but like this probably isn't gonna do anything. This may or may not do something.
Okay.
So like 4 or 5 days, 5 days ideally. Then do the awaken mask.
Okay.
Stay on a gentle routine for a week or two, and then bring back in your retinoids.
Okay. The only thing that you didn't send me any more sun butter.
You told me you had all the, you told me you, I'll ship you some, no problem. Remember you said you're
No,
like, I've got it all.
I have some still left, but
Let me see how much is in there.
it's not a ton.
This one I think you'll be fine on because I bet you don't use it very much.
I'm not
like, we're not going to have any areas where you have to occlude because it's
okay.
lifted so well.
Okay. So I had everything but Sun Butter, but it was, I guess, I don't know. I don't remember if it was listed in the
Your
stuff.
next kit, I'll make sure you have enough of it.
Okay.
For
So
sure. I wondered that. I was like, I don't think she's ever bought the Sun Butter, but so many people never use up what I ship.
Right.
So that's why I was like, she probably has leftovers from the peels we did last year, and so she's got stock of it.
I'm pretty sure that I have about this same amount in another one that's in my purse. So I think
you'll be fine. Yeah. Any other questions?
I think so.
All right. You can go ahead and go. Send me the email in 5 days. Take a photo of anything that did something.
Okay. Hopefully.
And I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Don't do that for Santa.
They won't.
I scare the kids.
The other thing is you had to have been more dehydrated that day. So before you do chemical peels, you're always supposed to be like really hydrated. Don't drink any alcohol the night before. Right. They recommend you don't work out the day before or the day of. Like if you're dehydrated, particularly the Jesner will penetrate into the tissues more easily. Mm-hmm. So I bet you in this area, one, you got it up farther, but then two, I think you were really dehydrated. And so it just went.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Right.
Well, thank you.
When you think you've seen it all. I still learn things 15 years after. Like I've been doing peels now for like 17 years. Mm-hmm. And there's still things where I'm like, oh, that's new. Oh, that's new.
Right.
So bring it on, love.
All righty. Well, how do I get
So I'm going to let you go and then I'm going to talk to everyone. Thank you. And just let you hang up.
But how do I hang up? How do I get off of here?
I think let's see, Lainey. Because I don't think it lets me. There you go.
Well, that was just me turning my camera off. Do I close out of it? So
let me see if it allows me to say.
Do I just close out?
I think you just close out. You just close out.
And then I can come back and keep watching. Okay.
Yes, yes.
All right. Bye, my friend.
All right, everyone. So if you are interested in getting a peel kit, you want to go to my page and book a skin consultation. Not the skin consult, but the peel consultation that's free. It's 15 minutes. We have a Zoom call where I talk about your skin, find out a little bit what your outcome is, what you want your outcome to be. There's certain products that your skin should be prepped with, so I want to make sure that you have those. And I also want to tell you exactly what to expect, how much the kits are. They are $215. That includes all your post-care. So yeah, if you're interested in doing this process, go book a free peel consultation, and then we take it from there. Thank you all so much for joining. I appreciate you. See you soon. Mwah.